Hello Internet and all inhabitant. My name is Alex and welcome to Kerbal Space Program. Oh man, I've been wanting to play this game for quite a while now, but I never really got the chance to because of raisins. Yes, because of some very good raisins. Yes, they were very delicious. But no, I didn't want to get swamped with too many Let's Plays, but now I'm going to upload a episode of Kerbal Space Program a week. They're going to be, each episode is going to be an awesome adventure of awesome stuff, except this one, because this one is a special one. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to settings first, because I am a derp. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. I already set something up, so I'm going. Okay then. As I was saying, each episode of Kerbal Space Program is going to be an awesome, super, totally awesome adventure of awesome space stuff. And sometimes you'll see me do stuff on a space station. Other times you'll see me go to planets. But this episode is going to be a special episode because this is going to be our introductionary episode. And so for you guys who are not familiar with Kerbal Space Program, let me enlighten you. Several years ago, a couple guys down in Mexico called Squad released a lovely early access game known as Kerbal Space Program. It was buggy, it was weird, it had horrible graphics, but it was addictive as fuck. And so, here we have it. So, and now we are in the early access version 0.25, I believe. I think so. And yes, it is a lovely game. I mean, I absolutely love it. It's... oh yeah, there it is, 0.25. But I absolutely love this game because it's space. I love space, so, you know, space stuff. So, what you guys are gonna see me do is, in this episode, I'm going to introduce you with all the ins and outs of Kerbal Space Program, from the stuff that happens off screen to the stuff that happens on. And I just realized that I haven't started the timer, because I am an idiot again. So, here we go. First off, this is, if you guys aren't aware, these are Kerbals. These little guys, these adorable little fellas are Kerbals. Little green men, alien things that are branching out into space. And it is our job to manage their venture into space. So, let's try. Anyway. So yeah, because, no, I started a save game a couple minutes ago just to get things fresh and try to keep me, you know, good. So the game also comes with several things: training, a couple of stuff to the moon, asteroid redirection, construction basics, science basics, so scenarios, lots of awesome scenarios. Really awesome. And yeah, I started a game, so let's hop right in there. The Silent Space Program. Let's hop right to it, shall we? Yes, let's do it. Huzzah! Here we are, the Kerbal Space Program place. We have a lovely runway for space planes and awesome stuff. We have the rocket launch pad itself. So here are all the ins and outs of the space program. Over here is the launch pad. Very lovely launch pad. If I can zoom in. Can't really zoom in. There's the moon. There's the moon. Over here is the tracking station, where we will be able to do lots of stuff. We look out. This is the planet. It is very big. And the Space Center, where we are, is about there. This dot right here. So that's a sense of scale on how big these planets are. And so we've span out. We got the moon. We've got Minimus, the second moon, which is sort of got a weird angle orbit. And we scroll out, we see a bunch of these little guys. These are asteroids and unknown objects. And they are a bitch to find. And now we pan out to the solar system, and here we've got a bunch of planets. There's Ilu. Say hello to Ilu. Hello. There's Jewel, which a bunch of planets there. We'll go there someday. Maybe find a space station or something. There's Duna, sort of Mars-like planet. Moho, which is something. Eve, I think, would be the Mercury or Venus. I have no idea what Drez is, but here is Kerbal, our lovely home planet, which is quite lovely. On the moon, I have sent a probe to the moon to find a good landing spot for our venture to the moon, and this little crater is nice and flat. It's perfect for what we gotta do. I'm gonna go back. Ooh. Okay. Over here is the R&D department. It is closed. There are two versions, basically, to Kerbal Space Program. There's the career mode, and then there's the sandbox mode. Because sandbox is a lot easier, and I get all the parts and all the awesome stuff unlocked at the start, I've unlocked that. But unfortunately, a lot of stuff has been deactivated, which is the R&D department, which unlocks science, which you... in career mode, you launch a rocket, you collect science, and in turn that science can be used to purchase new parts and new things to do. Over here is where you can recruit different Kerbals. Here are all our Kerbals. Lovely bunch of crew, awesome people. We don't need to hire anyone new right now, but we'll see. The administration building is closed, unfortunately. Mission control is closed. Those are closed. Those are closed. This is the vehicle assembly building, where we build and construct rockets, where we do stuff. And that's weird. Audio cut out there. But yeah, basically, rocket is built, thing opens up, rocket travels down here and launches into space. This is the spaceplane hangar, where we assemble spaceplanes, and let's actually take a look at that right now. Here we have it, the spaceplane hangar. Oh, did you see that? Did you see that? Holy shit. Look at all these Kerbals just walking around. Yeah, look at all these guys. These are components for your stuff, for spaceplanes and such, which are pretty awesome. I do enjoy them very much. Over here is the vehicle assembly building, which is very, very lovely. Now, basically we select a little thing here. The first, what we want is a command pod. A command pod houses the crew. It houses the Kerbals, and it is the control center of your rockets. If the rocket is manned. If the rocket is not manned, then they can be also remotely controlled by these things here. And this too, I think. And this too. But yeah, no, if you want to go for something manned, then all of these are what you need. This is the external command seat. In case you run out of spots on the inside, you can just strap this onto the back and just, have the Kerbal sitting down and, wishing to God that he won't fall off. And we've got different tabs as well. We've got propulsion for different rockets, and now you've got the sense of scale for the Kerbals right here. Now here is the size of, I think this is one of the most powerful engines, if not the most powerful. So look at that size difference there. That's very crazy. This is the most powerful single rocket. Look at the size of that baby. Yeah.
This is a little fuel tank with engines at the bottom, so that could help out a little bit.
and fuel tanks as well. Nice little space shuttle fuel tank thing there. And a couple extra stuff for the space shuttle, which you can build in this new update, which they added, which is really nice. I like that a lot. Control is basically for like autopilot or stuff where you can keep the rocket pointed in one direction. Because if it weren't for these guys, the rocket would spin out of control and would blow up. This is the RCS thruster, another RCS, and that's or sort of RCS sort of thing. Yeah, RCS thrusters are basically for maneuvering. They fix onto the hull like that, and they're really cozy. Structural is where you assemble the structural bits of your rocket. You got this. What you use with these is you strap them onto the rocket so they don't fall onto the rocket launch pad when you're done building, which is really nice. Use these for, I don't know when you would use these. Aerodynamics, because there is an aerodynamic simulator also in this, so you gotta be careful. It just helps with the stability of your rocket or spaceplane. Utility is all the bits and the stuff that serves a function onto the rocket. Ladders, we've got lots of ladders. We've got docking ports, another docking port. It's a nice little docking port on the side. Batteries, lovely batteries, solar panels. This is a generator, which is pretty much the cheap way to go around for energy. These are shielded solar panels, so you can fold them up in the thing, nice and protected. This is the launch escape system, which is like a thruster you can just launch. This is a storage container where you can store your Kerbals in space. Grabbing unit, it's like a grapple thing. Parachutes, landing gear, wheels, cargo doors, crew cabins, lights, more parachutes, very lovely. Science is to be done here. We got a nice little sensor computing nose con. Mystery goo containment unit, very interesting mystery goo. I wonder what it is. A mobile processing lab, where basically you can process your science experiments in creative mode. Basically these three things, actually all these things, are used to gather science, and this is used to process science on the spot instead of having to safely bring it back to Earth to be used. Sub-assemblies is basically if you like have a system where you know that works, that can get you out of the atmosphere, and you just love the way it works, you can have that hooked as a sub-assembly and just put it here. So yeah, I think I've covered the basics. We've got some time. How about we use this time to actually build the basics of a rocket? Over here is you can name your craft. You can choose the crew. You can choose the action groups, which is basically just the key bindings for your rocket. You can choose to have a new thing. There are also pre-built rockets, but I'm not going to toy with those just yet. Press launch, exit, yada yada yada. I don't remember what these are, so don't judge me. Let's get this rocket ready, shall we? Let's see. The basics of a rocket. First, you've got your command pod. And actually, let's go with something simpler. This command pod. Oh, and this is the mission flag, which also posts itself onto the rocket module itself, which is really cool. I chose this flag because it's the most simpler, so I like it. We're going to need a parachute, because parachutes itself, the rocket itself cannot land. Alright? It needs to have a parachute so that you can safely land. Alright? That's the basics of any sort of flight. You need to be able to come back down. Underneath that, I'm going to have a stabilizer here, which is going to keep the rocket level. Let's see here. I'm going to drag. Oh, and to move the rocket itself, you can't just click a component and move the whole rocket. To move the whole rocket itself, click onto the command module and move it about. So cool. Let's go with something awesome. Let's go with this lovely fuel tank. Alright? Alright. Next, let's go with a lovely engine. Let's go with this engine. No, wait, no. Which has the most thrust? This one, this one, this one. Alright, we've got ourselves a rocket. This is basic, in its basic terms, a rocket. It's a poorly built rocket, and it's just not good. This is where you use to edit the symmetry. Use this to show your center lift, thrust, and mass. So our mass looks pretty good. Let's set up the fins for structural stability. For maximum structural stability, you want your fins to be here. The blue little circle is your lift, and this is your mass, the big yellow black one. And so you want to match these up as close together as you possibly can for a more stable ride. This looks pretty cool. Let's call this rocket the SSI, Silent Space Industries Sky Poker. There we go. Lovely. Oh, wait. Mark 1. Haha! Sky Poker Mark 1. That's right. Okay, let's save it. So far so good. This are your action groups. These are your stages. This is the... What I add here is a Separatron, which separates pretty much your rocket in half. So, this is in turn perfect. So, I think we are ready to launch. Let's add some of these, just in case something goes horribly wrong and we need to add some stabilizers. Stabilize. Sorry, I had a lot of coffee today. And I think we are ready to go. Let's have a lovely crew of Jebediah coming. He has served us well. Jebediah is a little goofball. Yes, he is. Basically, Jebediah is a crazy mofo. And what he will do is, no matter how bad things get, he will always have a smile on his face. See? There he is right here. And now the crew options is basically EVA, which you can hop out of your ship and float around in space or walk around on the ground, and you can plant flags and do all sorts of fun stuff. I can even go to the moon right now, but I don't have the fuel or the batteries or capabilities. The IVA is much simpler, where you can just go first person. See? Really lovely. As you can see, the interiors are in their most basic form, at least for this guy. A lot of the interiors have been polished, but this, I think, is the most unpolished of all of them. So, yeah. You press R to engage RCS thrusters, and T to engage the SAS, which is the stabilizers, and all that awesome jazz. So I think we are ready. Command, you want to give us the countdown? Alright, 3, 2, and spacebar to activate the engine. Shift to raise the throttle, and Control to lower the throttle. I don't know how it is with the Mac, but I think that is the gist of it. Are we ready? Copy that, and I think we are good. Okay, 3, 2, 1, lift off! And here we go. Over here is our fuel for our rocket. We're burning at a very good rate. Over here you see all the different resources. You've got monopropellant, which is RCS thruster, electric charge, which is your electricity, which powers life support and electronics, your fuel and your oxidizer, which is your rocket, I have no idea what this is. Now, if we are lucky, we can get the sunrise. Come on, sunrise. Come on, sunrise. Let's change direction here. A little unstable. Come on, sunrise. Let's go. Come on, come on, come on. Can we hit the sunrise? Oh, we're going really fast here. Oh, Jesus, look at that. Oh, we're going fast. Oh, my God. Holy shit. Aww. Sunrise! We get it! We hit the sunrise! Hooray! Oh, we are scraping the outer atmosphere. Let's see how high we are. That's actually pretty high. This is pretty much the predicted path of your rocket. This is the highest point, your apoapsis, and then your the opposite one. I don't remember the opposite one, which are the exact opposites. This is your highest peak, and then the other one's your lowest. We should be landing sort of in the middle of the continent here. The Sky Poker is a magnificent beast. Oh, wait a minute. How high is this? Oh, we won't break atmosphere. Oh, that is sad. Oh, well. I think we're running low on electric charge, so this is going to take a while. A little bit, so let's speed up the process here. You speed it up with the period and the comma keys. So you speed it up. Time warp. Do not show me that again, please. Thank you. And let's go to the red. Alright, we are beginning our descent. For actual scientific reasons, I'm going to disengage the decoupler. I'm going to engage the decoupler now. Engaging decoupler. Engaging decoupler. Engaging decoupler. Whee! See, look at that. Jebediah is happy. The only time when you gotta worry is you always want Jebediah on your team because you'll know when you really fuck up. Trust me. I mean, look at that effect. Just look at that beautiful effect in the atmosphere with the light. I absolutely love that. I really do. Alright, let's land, shall we? Oh, we should be coming down pretty soon. Oh, heat shield. And we should be slowing down. We should pull the parachute now to engage some drag. There's the chute. Landing. And we should wait about here. There we go. Normally, it is very dangerous to be warping while parachute because during the warp, glitches can happen and bugs can happen, and this thing is known to break off when you're warping. So, especially when you're in larger ships. So be very careful when you're in shit like this. Well, not in shit like this, but just be very, very careful because if you fuck up, I will tell you right now, if you fuck up, it is not going to be very good for anyone. Alright. We should be touching down soon. And here we go. We're touching down. Bonk. Yay! We did it. Gonna hop out. And I'm going to say hello to the people. Hi, guys. Hey, guys. How you doing? Cool. I can take a surface sample, EVA report, and plant the flag. Let's see what Jebediah has to say about this EVA, shall we? That's very informative. Let's keep that data, and let's hop into the rocket, shall we? Let's just get into the rocket. Cool. Let's recover the vessel. And now, right before our eyes, the rocket is being shipped back to the base. and we're good for another mission. So, yeah, that is pretty much the basics of Kerbal Space Program. Next episode, I'm going to try something more advanced, and I'm going to send a team to the moon. I'm going to pre-build a rocket, and I'm going to show you it before I take off. I'm going to show you the components, I'm going to show you the stages, I'm going to show you pretty much all the things. I'm just going to make sure that my design works first, and I'm going to do that all off camera. But I'm going to show you how it works, I'm going to show you guys pretty much all that stuff. And I'm just gonna take you guys to the moon as our awesome real episode. So join me next week, guys, when we go to the moon and we just enjoy ourselves. Okay? Okay. So as always, guys, rate, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye.